Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. Boy, have I got a show for you tonight. It gets exciting in my heart when I get to introduce to the world, not just to New London County, not just to Clinton, not just to Old Saybrook, but to the world, a new rising star. I'm not kidding you. So you're going to hear a story tonight of someone that's not 15, like I've brought you 15-year-olds. I've brought you 8-year-olds. I've brought you young people. This is a whole different story. And when we tell you this story, you're going to be like, what? But our friend Terry LaChance, once again, ever the forebearer of good news when it comes to music, told me, you got to check this guy out. He just sang at the Buttonwood, which is an open mic. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I did. I did check him out. And now he has an EP out. He's going to be playing, actually, his first gig was last Saturday night. Just saying, it was last Saturday night. And so now he's going to be a superstar because everybody's going to want to hear his music. Everybody's going to want to check out. The lyrics are, insightful and real. So tonight, for the first time ever, nobody's ever seen this guy do a real live performance until last Saturday night. Now he's going to be all over the world because he's going to be up on YouTube in the morning. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love this guy. Check him out. This will not be the last time you see or hear from this gentleman. I promise you that. We're going to talk about his new album. Are you kidding me? He hasn't even played out in public. He's got a new album. Let's get serious. Please welcome into your heart and into your home, Bryan Winowski. I got it. I said it right.
Thank you,
You're
Doc.
on. Hi, you're on.
It's nice to be here. This first song I wrote, you guys ever meet someone where the second you saw them, you knew they were going to just be bad news? That's kind of what this first song's about. It's called Broken. Yet to find peace and joy, wanna bury the sad little boy. Can't see through this filter of shame. New breakthroughs, it's all the same, yeah. Oh, when you look like that, I forget about this. You're all bad news, I keep reading. It's gone too far, and I want more. She said, I'm a little lost. That's alright by me. Alright. Oh, she said, I'm a little lost. That's alright, let's see. Alright. And what's this? A brand new toy. How long will this distraction lasts for. Oh, when you look like that, I forget about this. You're all bad news, I keep reading. It's gone too far, and I want more. She said, I'm a little lost. Ha, that's alright by me. Alright. Oh, she said, I'm a little lost. And that's alright, let's see. Alright. Oh, she screamed, you're a little lost. That's alright by me. Oh, she said, I'm a little off. That's alright, let's see. You don't even know the name and you judge. You don't even know the game and you judge. You won't even throw your hat in the ring and you judge, and that's okay. Ooh, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know. Thank you all.
Woohoo!
This next song, I've been really lucky in my life. I never have had to deal with addiction on a personal level. But I wrote this song about someone who wasn't so lucky. It's called Swallowed. Nothing less than a superhero, little Sarah's eyes. And by far the brightest star, an old Nana's bourbon sky. Daddy's gone, don't forget. Remember how Mama died. She swallows her best friend, make the pain subside. It's not the hook, it's the cage we live in. So take her hand, don't you cuff them. First to finish school, she moved upstate, was the family's pride. She could run like the wind and did, went to college on a full ride. The accident, broken back, broken dreams. She never got to say goodbye. So she swallows a new friend, a bit more than the doctor prescribed. It's not the hook, it's the cage we live in. It's not the pill, it's the shame we've been given. It's not the needle, it's the pain stuck within. So take her hand, don't you cuff them. It's been years and years, my God, how the time flies. She's married now to a man that no one likes. His hands hit so hard, but it's his words that makes her cry. So she rips a new hole, injects some peace inside. It's not the hook, it's the cage we live in. It's not the pill, it's the shame we've been given. It's not the needle, it's the pain stuck within. So take her hand, don't you cuff them. Won't you take her hand, don't you cuff them. And oh, won't you love them. And oh, can't you love them. And oh, won't you cuff them? Thank you, guys. That's a sad song, but it's an important one. I hope you enjoyed it. This next song is called Big Brother. I wrote it after an especially hard week at work. It's basically, I've never been good with authority, and especially when authority abuses its power and spies on you and things like that. So anyway, this song's called Big Brother. Yeah, that might be the most direct route, but I know a better way. Gonna be left here for the beautiful scenery. I got no use for yesterday. Hey, big brother, I see you seeing me. And oh, big brother, this intrusion don't come free. You offer another reason for your prying eyes. Oh, but we all know it's just another monster in disguise. 'Cause they won't go where they make you go. They won't do what they tell you to. You know they'll say whatever they need to get paid. So just remember, don't you give them your days. I hope you enjoy watching the things I do for you. You know, I do it all for me. Gonna turn right here, find a cool place, sit down and eat. Got no use for hollow family trees. Hey, big brother, I see you seeing me. And oh, big brother, this intrusion don't come free. You offer another reason for your prying eyes. Oh, but we all know just another monster in disguise. They won't go where they make you go. They won't do what they tell you to. You know they'll say whatever they need to get paid. So just remember, don't you give them your days. If you just trust me, we go around and around. I might just trust you too. We go around and around. Hey, big brother, I see you seeing me. And oh, big brother, this intrusion don't come free. You know they'll say whatever they need to get paid. So just remember, don't you give them your days. Sing with me now, today's my day. 'Cause you don't own me, today's my day. Just 'cause you pay me, today's my day. So just remember, don't you give them your days. Don't give your days away. Thank you all. I was at my best buddy's in the world's house a week or so ago, and we had a catch with the football, and made me realize I'm not that young anymore because my arm is still so sore. Anyway, got me thinking, and it's kind of what this next song is about. It's called The Catch. how fast time goes by if you're not careful. When I was young, so far, feels so strange. Could never have imagined I'd ever say things like when I was young. Oh, you were my hero. Could never have believed you were younger than I am now. Tomorrow I'll look back today, wish I was a better son. Where does it go? How does it happen? Days having to catch a gone. Should have called you today, asked how you are. It's been too long. When I was young, always a daydream. Could never have imagined I'd cut my own wings. When I was young, couldn't tell where you came from. Could never understand your troubles like I do now. Tomorrow I look back today, wish I was a better son. Where does it go? How does it happen? Days having to catch a gone. Should have called you today, asked how you are. It's been too long. Now I'm feeling old. And all these years turn back the clock. So many things I would do, but not of you. And all these tears turn back the clock. So many things I would change, but not of you, no, not of you. Tomorrow I look back today, wish I was a better son. Where does it go? How does it happen? Days having to catch a gone. Should have called you today, asked how you are. It's been too long. Where does it go? How does it happen? Days having to catch a gone. Where does it go? How does it happen? Days having to catch a gone. Gone away. Days having to catch a gone. Gone away, days having to catch her gone. Hey, how are you?
Woohoo!
Thank you all.
I'm going to try to go live. So just know that you're going live.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure.
Good, because I got a good story for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I was actually talking to my therapist the other day, and she was telling me how important it is, you know, the stories we tell ourselves. You know, like, you know, if you tell yourself the world's a good place, it tends to be a good place for you, and vice versa. Anyway, I had a meeting with a person at work that I haven't seen in quite some time, and it's a quick story, I promise. But I hadn't seen her in quite a long time, and I had gained a bit of weight since the last time I saw this person. She's a very attractive young woman, not to be weird, just trying to paint a picture for you. But anyway, I was standing there the whole meeting. You guys know what I'm talking about, with my gut sucked in, trying to be all cool and not paying attention. And anyway, after the meeting was over, she said to me, what I heard was, okay, well, you look like a Pop-Tart. That's right.
That's not what she said.
That's
though.
what I heard, but so I couldn't let that go. So I said, you know, man, I thought that was a good meeting. I looked like a Pop-Tart. And that's when she spit the coffee out of her nose. I had brought her a coffee because that's what you do. And after she laughed hysterically, she said, "No." I said, "It was so great to see you. You look like a rock star," because of the long hair, I guess. So anyway, now I know what my therapist meant. There's a song I wrote called Before. And all the stories we tell ourselves, the things you said, my heaven, some hell. The words I read, thought I'd never smile again. Oh, this fairy tale where I do not exist, my friend. Wish I could be sometimes who I was before I knew. And all the stories you tell yourself, who someone loves decides heaven or hell. The words in red weigh more than the pain you see. Oh, this book of lies where only some get to be free. Wish I could be sometime who I was before I knew. Wish I could be sometimes, yeah, who I was before I knew. You no rewind button anymore, oh no. And you're not a tape I can flip over, oh no. No, I wish I could be sometime who I was before I knew. Wish I could be sometime, yeah, who I was before I knew. I wish I could be sometime who I was before I knew. I wish I could be sometime who I was before I knew, like I was before I knew about you. Who I was before I knew, wish I could be like I was before I knew.
Woohoo!
Thank you all.
Nice.
Sorry for the long story.
I like the long story. So should I call you Rockstar or Pop Tart?
That's up to you.
I'm going to call you Pop Rock. That's what I'm going to do.
Not trying to be a bummer or anything, but this next song I wrote the day I found out that my childhood hero had passed away, Mr. Eddie Van Halen. It got me thinking, about my own childhood. He was such a big part of it, and it just blew my mind that he was gone. And so that's kind of how this song came about. I invite you all to have some fun with me with this one. It's all about the childhood games we play, and once again, how fast time goes. Any Van Halen fans out there, there's a little reference to Eddie in verse 2 you might like. It's called Favorite Things. Bang your dead up on the hill, Jesse behind the tree. Bang your dead, no way, I saw you first. Hey, Big Tim, won't you pass that ball to me? I'd like a nickname as cool as Jay Gretzky. Come on. Running through that door after school, see Dad waiting on the wall, my favorite things. Can't believe how long it's been. Eddie's Jump on MTV had us jumping off the Jacob's couch. Tony Dorsett for Halloween, we hit every house. Big Tim, won't you pass that ball to me, please? I like a nickname as cool as Jay Gretzky. Running through that door after school, see Dad waiting on the wall, my favorite thing. Can't believe how long it's been. If I could talk to myself as a kid again. Oh, 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 oh. My sweet boy, don't lose touch with each other. Oh, oh. In this life, all we have is one another. Oh, you'll never believe how fast it goes. Running through that door after school, see Dad waiting for my favorite thing. Can't believe how long it's been. When did I lost my favorite things? My favorite thing. Thank you. Oh, what else we got here? Actually, this song is only a few weeks old. I was driving off the exit ramp, and this is a horrible story, but I think it's important to share, and it's very quick. I had pulled up, a guy stopped at the stoplight, and the light turned green, and this gentleman took the time, as he was pulling away, to yell out his window at the homeless gentleman on the side of the road. He said, you know, get an effing job, you effing loser. And it bothered me so much. All I can say is I didn't sleep that night, and I wrote this song. It's called Fool with Everything. It upsets me even now. I gotta catch my breath.
Upsets me too.
Kindness is free. That's all I got to say. Look, you look, you look, but you look the other way. You have the nerve, the nerve, the nerve to shrug it off like it's okay. 'Cause he's a bum, you say. Why don't you get a job? You're the one who works so hard for everything you got. He's on the street, you say, because he's so lazy, and you would never let your life get that way. Well, ignorance is bliss, and you're so ugly. Ignorance is bliss, I would never wanna be. Ignorance is bliss, you for anything. Ignorance is bliss, a fool with everything. You cry, you cry, you cry, and you lie to get your way. You have the nerve, the nerve, the nerve to claim her love is not okay. 'Cause it's a sin, you say. I'll pray for you, oh my God, you're the one who gave her everything that she got. It's a shame, you say. She was not raised that way, and you would never want your friends to know she's gay. Ignorance is bliss, and you're so ugly. Ignorance is bliss, I would never wanna be. Ignorance is bliss, you for anything. Ignorance is bliss, a fool with everything. Oh, there's gotta be a place Would you go with me tonight? A place free from this hate, this fear and hate. Ignorance is bliss and you're so ugly. Ignorance is bliss, I would never want to be. Ignorance is bliss, you for anything. Ignorance is bliss, a fool with everything. Ignorance is bliss and you're so ugly. Ignorance is bliss, I would never want to be. Ignorance is bliss, you for anything. Ignorance is bliss, a fool with everything. Alright, a fool with everything. Yeah.
Whew.
Thank you. I gotta take a second to tune up. I don't need any help sounding bad.
Do you know that the tune-up song gets played on my show every day?
What's that?
It's the tune-up song. Everybody knows it. Yeah, it does. Everybody plays it.
Well, that's just me. The guitar's in
It's
tune.
called We Tune Because We Care.
Can I have a time check by any chance?
Can you just play this next song and then come talk to me? How does that work for you?
Absolutely.
I can't wait. You have no idea what I just did.
Thank you. This, I got one more song for you. This song, I love it, and I wrote it an especially lonely, isolated night during COVID. It's called What If? It's been a long night. Oh, it's been a long year. It's been a long life to live without you. Here I am, there I was. Where do I go? I cannot seem to find myself. How in this world will I find you? It's not a fair fight. Oh, the demons here in my own mind wrap it up in fear, falling in. I'm spinning deep in this hole. I cannot seem to find myself. How in this world will I find you? When the storm comes at night, oh, the distance, stars don't shine as bright, so far away from home. When the storm comes at night, I need you here. I need you here. Cannot seem to find myself. How in this world will I find you? When the gray starts to break and the light shines through, the fear remains, the what ifs, what if? When the gray starts to break, I need you here. I need you here. Cannot seem to find myself. How in this world will I find you? Can never seem, ever find myself. And how in this world will I find you? Will I find you?
right, so come on over, put your guitar down, come talk to me. So while Brian's getting mic'd up, let me tell you that there is stuff going on in the hood. If you are sitting at home bored, then you're not doing what you need to do. There's so much going on music-wise. There's so much going on art-wise. Get out there and enjoy. This is fall. This is my favorite time of year, but there's so much going on. There's music festivals. There's art festivals. There's pumpkin festivals and garlic festivals, and they're all over the place. Get out there and enjoy life and support live, local music. Okay, we're going to talk to Brian now. I got so many questions for this man. You have no clue. First of all, what are you doing on the 15th of October, which is today, this morning? What do you, this question, I'll wait till after to ask you this question, but in the back of your head, think about what you're doing in the future because, Anyway,
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Never mind. Forget it.
Did we start
I'm
with a
insane.
trick question?
We started with my brain is going overload because do you know what I do for a living? I mean a real living besides this is just fun. I don't get paid for any of this. No, stop. Oh my gosh. So, do you know what I do for a real living?
Tell me.
I work for the New London Homeless Hospitality Center.
Oh.
And right now, as people are watching the show, there's a show going on. This show is going to air on the 15th of October. There's a show going on called Pass the Guitar.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that before?
I just saw something about it on
Okay,
Facebook.
so it's a thing where musicians get up on stage and play their own songs, and then they give the guitar to the next guy, and they play a song, and it's all about raising money for the homeless hospitality center. And you just did the song and moved my heart, and I want to punch the guy that yelled at the homeless person. I want to punch him out. I get that sentiment a lot.
Yep.
Thank you for being real. Thank you for having a heart and writing songs that tell the world that they're assholes.
I'm glad you said it.
People can be so cruel, and people don't understand that the concept of homelessness isn't about drunk, worthless people that don't have homes. Sometimes people fall on hard times. So many people are veterans that come back from a really, really bad place, and they're stuck there, and they don't know how to get out of it. Sometimes people fall on hard times financially, and they have no way out. You know, I meet these people every single day.
Right.
So I'm not going to get on a homeless hospitality rant, but
It's okay. I've been.
people need to be compassionate. Kindness is free. You said it yourself. It's so real. Now let's talk about you. So my friend Terry LaChance is a good friend to musicians, and she loves to tell the world about good music. And when she and I crossed paths, we connected on a level that's really weird, and I love her to death. And she got a hold of me and told me about you. Let's tell the world a little bit about your story. How many times have you been on stage?
I've never played in front of anyone. The first time was July 28th of this year at Buttonwood.
At an open mic.
At an open mic. And
Last weekend, which was the 8th or the 8th of October, was your first gig on stage. Your first paying gig?
Well, actually, I heard you say that. That might have just been confusion. My first one is this coming Saturday.
No.
So I haven't played yet out except for a couple open mics.
What's the date of you playing out?
October 8th, Saturday.
Right, that was last week. Just so you know, this show airs on the 15th. I know what I'm doing. Hey, Brian. I got this.
How could I? Yeah, but I don't, and that's the thing.
I'm straightening you out. So last weekend was your first live
That is correct.
performance out playing for money.
That's right, and it's not. Yes, and it's not for money. I'm doing it because I can't wait, and I'm humbled that I was even asked, and the money's fine.
The money's fine, but you've been writing music for how many years?
I've been focused on singing and writing songs for a couple years.
Just a couple years?
Yeah.
You're really good, you know.
Thank you.
Do you know you're really good?
No.
No.
I'm scared of that.
You're
being seen by anyone.
blushing.
But
So did you do music before that, though?
no, I've always played guitar just for myself, just for fun. You know, like I said in one of my stories, like millions of other kids, I'm sure, when I first heard Eddie Van Halen when I was 10.
I had to do it.
I asked my dad for guitar, but so I've played guitar for a long time, but never had any confidence, performing or singing at all. So when COVID hit, I was determined, I'm going to give myself a chance to work on singing and see if I can share my music with other people. So that's kind of how it came about. And then finally in July, I got up the nerve to do an open mic. And
What made you decide to do that? Because that's a big leap. That's a huge step.
I think, open mics are just seen as, just open mics. But for me, it was like the biggest day in my life. And to answer your question, though, is my best friend in the world, his name's Chris. You always wonder when your friends tell you something if,
They're just saying
they're just
it.
being supportive. But I know him, and he tells me when something is no good.
He tells you when it sucks. Because sometimes music
He doesn't
sucks.
say it like that, but he will, I can tell. So put it that way. And so he kept encouraging me. He's like, man, the songs you're showing me lately are so good. Your voice is getting stronger, which I'm very insecure with. But so I ripped the Band-Aid off, and I went to the Buttonwood and played, and that's where I met Terry the first time.
And do you remember Terry's first words to you about your music?
So I did my set, and it was a blur. I was so nervous. My God.
Right.
Just like I was just now. But I came, and I sat down. I feel like Terry, she's like a magnet. I just wanted.
She's got a vibe.
I wanted to be next to her. So there was an open seat. So after my set, I was so nervous, and I saw the seat next to her, so I sat down, and she literally was already, I believe, texting you because she told me. She said, "Oh, you need to meet this person." And so that was the first thing she said. And she asked me, she's like, "Are you free December 3rd to play at the Meriden Coffee House?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
What do you mean, play at the coffee house?
Yeah.
So that must have been a real validator of what you have felt coming out of your spirit for a couple of years now.
It felt really good. It's very hard for me. I think like a lot of people, it's very hard for me to internalize it. Mm-hmm. I've already admitted I have a therapist. So she always tells me, she's like, "You're going to get a lot of negativity because that's how people are. So when someone compliments you, just be happy with it." And that's hard to do.
I think that you may be getting more compliments than negativity out of your music. Don't you think?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think she's just setting me up not to be
this man that has only been on stage in a real position, not at an open mic, once, has put out an EP. Now, can you zoom in on this? There it is. There it is, guys. There's 4 songs on. I think we heard all but one, right? Did we hear?
You heard all 3 of those.
Huh? We heard all 4 of them?
All 3 of them, not
You
the
heard
cover.
I know we heard Broken.
And Swallowed.
I know we heard Swallowed, and I know we heard Big Brother.
Watchtower, not yet, because that's the cover.
Oh, okay. That's the Watchtower.
That's Bob Dylan. I wish I wrote that one, but I didn't.
I'm done. I'm done. I am so done. Oh, Bob Dylan is... Hey, Drew?
Is that a no-no?
I hear you laughing in the other... Oh, my God.
Thank you, Bob.
I am Bob Dylan and I have a thing,
Oh, yeah?
and it's going to come back and haunt me. Bob Dylan's not in my top 100 musicians. He's not. Now, to justify all of that, because everybody loves Bob Dylan, especially Drew, Bob Dylan's a great poet,
Storyteller.
an amazing storyteller, and probably one of the best songwriters ever. Maybe, except for Woody Guthrie. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But the man can't sing. Now, just saying, I have a 4 CD release. Every cut on it is a Bob Dylan song, and he doesn't sing any of them. It's one of my favorite releases because the songs are phenomenal. The songwriting is amazing.
Yep.
But anyway, let's talk about you.
Can I a really quick
Go ahead.
addition to that?
Yeah,
Maybe it'll make you feel.
absolutely.
Maybe it'll make you feel better. Because I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know how I could never not respect Bob Dylan.
I know,
the master.
I said I
But the reason I
respect him.
picked up Watchtower was because my favorite person in the entire world that I've never met yet, Dave Matthews,
Okay.
does a cover of Watchtower, and I just love it so much. And the way I just performed it is nothing like the way he does it, or the way I'm going to perform it for you is not the way he does it. But that was the inspiration that Dave Matthews covered it.
Nice. Nice. So a lot of people cover Bob Dylan songs.
Course.
So, and that's a
That
thing
says a lot.
because those songs are all great songs that were written by a great songwriter.
Absolutely.
If he would have stuck to songwriting and not singing, I would have no issues, ever, like never. Anyway, what do you think? Here's a question: what do you think you should be doing with your music a year from today?
What I would love to do, I just would love the opportunity to keep sharing it with people. Because I really, I don't want to sound corny or whatever, but I truly believe everyone says music can change the world.
It can.
And I believe it's true. And I also don't see that many people are using it to try to change the world. So I would like to continue to be able to write songs that are meaningful to me. I hope they resonate with other people. And I would like to be able to share them. So I know what you're really asking. What I would love to do is I would love to get good enough and keep working at it and be consistent enough to play, bigger venues in front of more people, just to share it. It'd be fun.
Well, if I have anything to do with that, some of that will happen.
Thank you.
I promise you that. I promise you that I am going to open doors for you.
Thank you.
I have the ability to do that. And you have the talent that I want to see. I don't even know if it's just the talent. You have the realness. You have the heart. You have the songwriting ability that tells people reality. Swallowed is a tough song to listen to. If you have had any addiction in your life. Now, you said you've never had to deal with addiction. There's no way that you wrote that song without watching someone else suffer through the trials of addiction, whether they were the addict or whether they were someone affected by it. There's no way you wrote that song without seeing the things that happen in an addiction's world.
That is true.
So, and taking the words of a nasty person yelling at a homeless person and writing a song to bring kindness to the world, that's a reality. That's a reality. If I want that song to be performed at Pass the Guitar. I'm not saying that's going to happen, guys. I'm not the powers that be. I am emceeing the show.
I'll be there if the powers that be say so. Thank you.
I wrote this. I wrote the note. I sent a text to the powers that be. I can't make it happen, but I can encourage it to happen, and that would be a great thing. So
I
anyway,
appreciate that.
I'm excited about you. Terry LaChance is never really too far off when she says somebody's worth listening to. She does send me people that are 4.5 stars. I have never got anything less than 3 stars from anybody. But you're a 5-star.
Oh, thank you.
It's just how it is. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't a reality for me. My opinion is just an opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and some of them stink. But,
Including that guy who drove off and yelled at that guy.
oh, right? But I think that you have power behind your words. I think that you are a good writer. I think that you're a good enough guitar player. Your songwriting is powerful and embracing, and I am thrilled that you're doing what you're doing. You're a lot like Terry. Terry sings songs like Be That Person for One Person. You know that song she does? You're like that. You write songs that people need to hear, and once they hear them, they want to hear them again.
Thank you.
So stay in touch. When you're done, when this sells out, we'll put out a full length
Absolutely.
of all your stuff. You don't have to do any more Bob Dylan. You can if you want, but no. And what would be really awesome is if you do a whole album that's all your stuff.
That's the plan, yeah.
You could do a whole album and have it called Swallowed. Have that be the name of the album and have all your songs on it, and people would be blessed.
Thank you.
And I would put it on my show, and I'd invite you to the radio, and we'd play it on the radio, and good stuff, okay?
Deal.
It's a deal. Take us out with a song. If you're going to play Watchtower, I'm going to watch you. So while he's, you're plugged in, you're tethered. So while he's getting ready to take us out with a song, I'm going to assume he's going to do Watchtower, which is fine. It's a great song.
It's a Dave Matthews song.
Well, it's not a Dave Matthews song, but we all know that. So anyway, please do me a favor. Cold months are coming. If you know someone that may be struggling financially, check on them to make sure that their heaters are working. Check on your elderly. Make sure that they have ways to stay warm. And do me another favor. If you see a homeless person standing on the corner, don't yell nasty things at them. Tell them you hope that they're okay. I'm not telling you to give them money. As a matter of fact, don't. Go buy them a sandwich. That's the way to do it. Kindness is free. A sandwich might cost you a couple of bucks. Kindness is free. Until next week, everybody, I love you all. See you then. Go ahead.
There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. Too much confusion, I cannot get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, plowmen dig my earth. None of them along the line know what any of it's worth. Yeah. No reason to get excited. Feature kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel that life is nothing but a joke. You and I, we've been through that. No, this is not our fate. no reason to get excited. Thank you. Thank you, Doc.